President Trump's focus on banning TikTok has stolen most of the headlines, but it's his targeting of WeChat that could have an even bigger and more profound impact on US-China relations.
That's because WeChat, that came onto the scene in 2011, has morphed into a colossus. It's less of an app and more like an operating system. Here's Chris, a Chinese student studying in London, explaining what it is.
You can find out where have hospitals, where have the restaurant, anything on it. This one you can buy movie tickets. This one you can book in restaurants. This one you can book in hotel. If you want to find out the PlayStation, I have an account for business. I'm selling the things on it.
So it's kind of everything in your life is on this app.
Yeah.
WeChat has become so big, so much a part of everyday life, it's become totally essential to its more than 1 billion users. This is Winnie, originally from Malaysia, who's lived in London for 10 years.
How would you describe it to you? How important is it?
Half of my life. You know, old people like my mom, they only know how to send a message similar like WhatsApp, but WeChat is more easy for them. Don't have WeChat, I don't know my mom will cry or not.
Your mom would cry?
Yes. And then it's the family connection, like home feeling. If I don't have this, like I feel lonely.
Tencent, the owner of WeChat, won't say how many users it has outside of China, but it's thought to run into the tens of millions. It, along with other Chinese apps, has caught the attention of the US authorities.
President Trump has mentioned impending action on TikTok, and for good reason. With parent companies based in China, apps like TikTok, WeChat, and others are significant threats to personal data of American citizens.
To start with, TikTok says that it doesn't actually hold any of its data inside China, and it would never give that data to the Chinese government. Many security experts, though, believe that it's WeChat that holds a much greater security risk.
This is the former chief security officer for Yahoo and Facebook, Alex Stamos.
Of all the Chinese companies to worry about, TikTok isn't even in my top 10. Probably the Chinese company I'd be most worried about is Tencent because of WeChat. WeChat is one of the most popular messaging apps in the world. It is used by the entire Chinese diaspora. And people run companies on WeChat. They have incredibly sensitive communication. They probably do things that could open them up to blackmail.
WeChat has long been criticised for censoring users in China. Then a Canadian analytics company, Citizen Lab, looked into how WeChat moderated its users outside of China.
So we find routinely that topics related to perennial taboo issues like Tiananmen Square, Hong Kong, Falun Gong, anything to do with Tibet or the Dalai Lama, those are pretty routinely censored.
The people we spoke to, though, didn't seem to be too concerned about security issues.
The reason why he's saying that he doesn't want it in the US is because he thinks that some of the data from users goes to the Chinese government.
No, this is not the truth. It's not really.
I think that's the good part for us, because if there's no government to control it, it will be something bad will happen.
Tencent deny this and told BBC Click that all content shared among international users of WeChat is private.